Modern culture tells you to chase harder, grind longer, and force reality to bend through exhaustion. It glorifies strain and calls anxiety ambition. Yet the more aggressively people pursue outcomes, the further peace seems to retreat. Desire becomes loud, effort becomes desperate, life becomes resistance. The Stoics observed this pattern 2,000 years ago, long before productivity gurus gave it prettier names. They saw that force creates friction, not flow. They understood that what you pursue with hunger often runs, and what you align with calmly often arrives on its own. Marcus Aurelius wrote that the universe is change, and our life is what our thoughts make it. That statement was not motivational, it was diagnostic. The problem is not effort itself. The problem is attachment to results combined with fear of loss. When you operate from fear, everything feels scarce. When you operate from alignment, things reorganize around you. This is where modern manifestation misunderstands ancient wisdom. Stoicism does not promise magical rewards. It teaches inner order, and inner order has consequences. When your mind stops begging reality for validation, reality responds differently. People feel it, opportunities sense it, resistance softens. You stop chasing, and yet movement begins. This video is not about wishing. It is about becoming, about removing internal obstacles rather than adding external pressure, about understanding why calm people often get more without appearing to want it. If you master these principles, you will not need to force outcomes. You will become the kind of person outcomes naturally move toward. That is the Stoic paradox. Control yourself, and life becomes cooperative. Release desperation, and doors quietly open. This is not superstition, it is psychological gravity. The Stoics were not passive monks or detached mystics. They were emperors, generals, traders, and exiles. Men responsible for decisions that shape civilizations. Their philosophy was forged in pressure, not comfort. Epictetus was born a slave, Seneca advised emperors, Marcus Aurelius ruled the known world while fighting wars and plague. Their insights came from observing nature closely. Water does not argue with rocks. It adapts, persists, and eventually shapes mountains. The Stoic mind works the same way. Calm is not weakness, it is efficiency. When your inner world is ordered, your outer actions become precise. You waste nothing. You panic over nothing. This is why Stoicism endures while trends collapse. If these ideas resonate, pause for a moment. Consider staying connected to this space. Subscribe quietly, without expectation. Leave a comment only if something here genuinely aligns with you. Not for algorithms, but for commitment. Stoicism begins with attention, with choosing what deserves space in your mind. Think of this channel as a reminder, not a motivator, a place to return when noise increases and clarity fades. Now let us move into the principles themselves. Each one removes a hidden blockage. Together, they reshape how reality responds to you. Principle number 1, detached desire. The first rule is detached desire. Wanting something is not the problem, clinging to it is. When desire becomes identity, fear enters immediately. Fear of delay, fear of loss, fear of never having enough. Seneca warned that anxiety is the companion of desire. The Stoic does not kill ambition, he removes desperation. You aim, but you remain whole without the result. This inner posture changes everything. People sense when you need an outcome to feel complete. That need repels. When you desire without attachment, you act cleanly. You negotiate better. You wait patiently. You walk away when necessary. Detached desire creates psychological space. In that space, better choices appear. Opportunities feel safer approaching you because you are not trying to extract validation from them. You are not begging life to confirm your worth. You already know it. This is why calm ambition often wins. It moves without noise. It advances without tension. Practice wanting without gripping. Set intentions, then return your focus to character. Results follow alignment, not obsession. Principle 2, present moment magnetism. The second rule is present moment magnetism. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself to confine attention to what is before you. When your mind lives in imagined futures, your energy leaks. Anxiety fractures focus, power dissolves, presence gathers energy back into one point. When you are fully here, your speech slows, your decisions sharpen, people feel grounded around you. That groundedness is magnetic. Opportunities prefer stability, they avoid scattered minds. Manifestation in Stoic terms is not visualizing fantasies. It is removing mental time travel. When you stop rehearsing tomorrow, today gains weight, and today is where all action happens. A man who stands fully in the present radiates certainty. He is not rushing to escape the moment, he is using it. Practice this by narrowing attention. Eat without distraction, speak without rehearsing replies, work without checking outcomes. This disciplined presence creates momentum, not because the universe rewards mindfulness, but because clarity compounds. The present moment is the only place where influence exists. Master it, and influence expands naturally. Principle 3, accepted resistance. The third rule is accepted resistance. Stoicism teaches that obstacles are not interruptions, they are part of the path. Epictetus said that difficulty shows what men are. When you resist resistance, you double suffering. When you accept it, you conserve strength. Acceptance is not surrender, it is strategic realism. By acknowledging what is, you stop wasting energy arguing with facts. This instantly restores power. Many people block their own progress by demanding ease. Life does not respond to demands, it responds to competence. Resistance trains competence. When delays appear, the Stoic asks, "What is this developing in me?" Patience, precision, endurance, humility. These traits attract higher-level outcomes. Fragile minds collapse under pressure. Composed minds rise. When you stop labeling hardship as unfair, you move faster through it. You also become trustworthy. Others sense you will not panic when conditions change. Acceptance makes you reliable. Reliability invites opportunity. The obstacle becomes instruction. The pressure becomes preparation. Nothing is wasted when resistance is welcomed calmly. Principle 4, inner authority. The fourth rule is inner authority. Stoicism begins with one boundary: what is within your control and what is not. Your thoughts, values, and actions belong to you. Everything else is borrowed. When you outsource authority to outcomes or opinions, you become unstable. Praise inflates you. Criticism collapses you. Marcus Aurelius warned against handing your mind to others. Inner authority means your self-respect does not fluctuate with circumstances. This stability is rare, and rarity creates value. People trust those who are not easily shaken. Opportunities follow those who do not need external permission to act. Inner authority simplifies decisions. You consult principles, not moods. You move according to standards, not impulses. This quiet confidence communicates strength without words. You are not defensive. You are not performative. You are settled. From this place, actions align. Effort becomes efficient. Manifestation is no longer about attracting. It is about removing self-sabotage. When you govern yourself well, life responds with fewer tests and more invitations. Principle 5, strategic non-action. The fifth rule is strategic non-action. Modern culture worships constant movement. The Stoics understood timing. Sometimes the strongest move is restraint. Seneca wrote that luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. Preparation often looks like stillness, observing, waiting, refining. Acting too soon exposes weakness. Acting at the right moment multiplies force. Strategic non-action is not laziness. It is patience, guided by clarity. You do less but better. You speak less but with impact. This creates contrast. In a world of noise, silence carries authority. Opportunities often reveal themselves during pauses. When you stop forcing progress, you notice patterns. You sense readiness. You conserve energy for decisive moments. Many outcomes arrive because you did not interfere prematurely. Trust this discipline. Allow situations to mature. Let others reveal intentions. When the moment arrives, act without hesitation. Stillness is not absence, it is stored power. Master restraint, and your actions become unavoidable. Principle 6, gratitude as a manifesting force. The sixth rule is gratitude as a manifesting force. Gratitude is not optimism, it is realism. It acknowledges what is already functioning. Marcus Aurelius practiced daily appreciation, not to feel good, but to see clearly. When you recognize what is sufficient, you stop broadcasting scarcity. Scarcity repels, sufficiency attracts. Gratitude stabilizes the nervous system. A calm system makes better decisions. Better decisions compound results. This is the mechanism, not magic. When you respect what you have, you use it well. When you use something well, it expands. Ingratitude leads to neglect. Neglect leads to loss. Gratitude is stewardship of reality. It signals readiness for more. Not because the universe rewards politeness, but because competence grows from appreciation. Begin each day by acknowledging 3 things working in your favor: health, time, skill, opportunity. This practice recalibrates perception. You notice openings instead of deficits. Over time, life mirrors this orientation. More becomes visible because your eyes are trained to see it. Principle 7. Emotional sovereignty. The seventh rule is emotional sovereignty. Stoicism does not deny emotion, it governs it. Emotions are information, not commands. When anger controls you, others control you. When fear directs you, circumstances dominate you. Epictetus taught that events do not disturb us, judgments do. Emotional sovereignty means you choose interpretation before reaction. This creates space. In that space, power returns. Calm individuals intimidate chaos. They slow conversations. They redirect outcomes. When you are emotionally sovereign, you cannot be rushed, baited, or manipulated. This makes you valuable in volatile environments. People seek your presence. Opportunities prefer steadiness. Practice naming emotions without obeying them. Observe anger like weather. Let excitement pass without impulsive action. This discipline sharpens intuition. You act from clarity, not adrenaline. Over time, emotional independence becomes visible. Others sense they cannot move you easily. This quiet strength reorganizes relationships. Respect increases, influence follows naturally. Principle 8. Philosophy of enough. The eighth rule is the philosophy of enough. Endless wanting creates endless dissatisfaction. Seneca warned that poverty is not having little, but wanting more. The Stoic defines sufficiency. When you know what is enough, excess loses power over you. This frees attention. You stop comparing. You stop racing. Contentment is not stagnation. It is clarity. From clarity, intelligent ambition emerges. When you are not trying to fill internal gaps with external gains, your goals become cleaner. You pursue growth, not validation. This attracts higher quality outcomes. Desperate accumulation signals emptiness. Purposeful expansion signals strength. The philosophy of enough also builds resilience. Loss hurts less. Change destabilizes less. You are anchored internally. This anchor allows risk without panic. You can invest, lead, and create without fear of collapse. Life responds to this grounded ambition. It offers challenges appropriate to your stability. Enough is not a limit, it is a foundation. Build from it. Principle 9. Authentic expression. The ninth rule is authentic expression. Stoicism values truth over approval. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself to speak plainly and act honestly. When you perform for acceptance, you fracture yourself. Energy splits, people sense inconsistency. Authentic expression reunifies attention. You speak what aligns with your values, calmly and without aggression. This clarity repels incompatible situations and attracts fitting ones. Many people chase opportunities that do not suit them, then wonder why outcomes disappoint. Authenticity filters life efficiently. You waste less time. You encounter fewer conflicts. You build fewer but stronger alliances. This is manifestation through integrity. Not everything comes to you, only what fits remains. Over time, your environment mirrors your character. This reduces friction. Work feels lighter. Relationships feel steadier. Authentic expression also builds self-trust. When you know you will not betray your values, confidence stabilizes. Others feel this certainty. They respond with respect, even when they disagree. Principle 10. Divine timing. The 10th rule is divine timing. The Stoics did not rush fate, they cooperated with it. Divine timing is not passive waiting. It is active readiness without impatience. Marcus Aurelius spoke of aligning with nature's order. Some things ripen slowly. Forcing harvest ruins fruit. When outcomes delay, trust development. You may lack skill, perspective, or context. Timing protects you from premature success. Many people receive what they want before they can hold it. The Stoic avoids this trap by respecting sequence. Prepare daily. Improve quietly. Release urgency. Urgency clouds judgment. Patience refines it. When the moment arrives, action feels obvious. No anxiety, no doubt. You move, and reality moves with you. This is not mysticism. It is maturity. Recognizing timing prevents despair and arrogance. You are neither late nor early. You are in process. Accept this, and pressure dissolves. Life unfolds with less resistance. These 10 rules are not techniques. They are identity shifts. Detached desire removes desperation. Presence gathers power. Accepted resistance builds competence. Inner authority stabilizes direction. Strategic non-action refines timing. Gratitude trains perception. Emotional sovereignty preserves freedom. Enough creates grounding. Authentic expression filters reality. Divine timing aligns effort with order. Together, they form a stoic posture toward life. Calm, observant, prepared. When you live this way, manifestation becomes a byproduct. Not something you chase, but something that occurs around you. People trust you more. Opportunities approach without force. Setbacks lose their sting. You stop asking, why not me, and begin asking, who am I becoming? That is the Stoic question. Marcus Aurelius wrote that the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. Choose discipline over impulse. Choose clarity over noise. Choose character over craving. If this philosophy resonates, mark that decision quietly. Subscribe as a signal to yourself, not to me. Leave a comment stating which rule you will embody first. Not to announce intention, but to anchor it. Return here when pressure rises. These principles do not expire. They strengthen with repetition. Become unshakable, and life will adjust accordingly.